Wade Wilson has been found dead in his cell in death row. But get this gets crazier. Not only was he found dead in his cell, he was brought back to life and has now started to send out letters saying that it was the guards that actually killed him and that they are going to do it again. Let's get into it.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Do you understand?
Rightio, legends. If you guys don't know who Wade Wilson is, I'm about to get into it now. So, in late 2019, Wade Wilson killed two females on the same night. So, first, he strangled 35-year-old Christine Melton. And then a very short time later, he actually stole her car and then lured another 42-year-old female under false pretenses, Diane Ruiz, into his car, and then he then killed her as well. Shortly after the killing, he called his father and confessed to his father about these people that he had killed. Now, his father had called the police straight away because obviously he didn't agree with it. Now, very famously, in I think it was so on August 2024, Judge Nicholas Thompson sentenced Wade Wilson to death. And so he was then put into um, death row. And then from then, a lot of stories have come out about Wade, joining race related groups like the Aryan Brotherhood. The guy was making headlines for, getting involved with more females and more females getting involved with him. As a matter of fact, they had to shut down Wade Wilson's JPay account because he used to get that many letters and photos from females. They actually had to shut it down. So, what actually happened? So, on this day, Wade Wilson was found dead in his cell. This is in death row. So you've got to understand there's only one group of people that can get their hands on him in this cell, and that is the guards. Now, he was found overdosed in his cell about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and obviously was brought back to life. But this time, he's saying that the guards have done it and he has got evidence and he has brought out some letters. So, righto, let's go through these letters and explain what's going on. Rightio. So it starts off like this, and this is a letter coming from Wade's official website page from one of his supporters. I don't know why they support him, but it reads this: Today I received a letter from Wade that is deeply concerning. In his own words, he says his life is in danger inside Union Correction Institution. Wade wrote that is a bounty on his head placed by both inmates and prison officials. So take note of this. He also warned that if something happens to him, it will be staged to look like an accident. Wade explained that his scheduled legal phone calls were denied, leaving him unable to communicate with his attorney and even more vulnerable. After receiving his letter, I immediately contacted his civil attorney, Elizabeth Buchanan, to inform her of the threats. I also filed a citizen's complaint so his information is formally documented and can't be ignored. Wade has the right to safety, fair legal process, and access to his counsel, regardless of how anyone feels about his case. Prison officials cannot take his life into their own hands. We will continue to provide updates as we receive them. So, as you can see, there are people that are generally concerned about Wade and that, if something happens to him, that it is definitely the guards that have done this. So, all right, well, let's get into the actual first handwritten letter from Wade and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So, this guy is an absolute piece of work for what he done, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Rightio. So this is the first letter from Wade to his supporter, Angie, and it says, Angie, it was all a setup and they had me killed. Prison officials wanted me dead and they used other inmates to get me and do it. My civil lawyer is already aware. Call her, Elizabeth Buchanan, Tallahassee. Back in April 2022, these felons came in and made comments about me saying things to indicate it would happen to me soon. This was their plan all along. Tell the world. So there you go. There's another letter from Wade. And so what he's actually trying to do here is make a paper trail and let it known that people are trying to kill him. And so if these guards are the ones that are responsible, and let's face it, people have made claims about this in America for so long that the guards are behind most of these killings. And I just think it absolutely blows my mind. And these letters just get deeper and deeper and deeper. Rightio. So letter number 2. Everything the prison says about me or that I have done is a total lie. The prison officials want me dead, and they're paying off inmates to kill me. My life is in serious danger. They hide me in hospital locations to cover it up. Undercover inmates and mercenaries have been authorized to kill me, and correctional officers are being utilized to help them. Boof, this is full on. And like, this will get investigated. Mind you, this information has only came out in the last 24 hours. So you guys are one of the first to hear it. They used once before and made it look like an accident. They didn't let me stay alive because of the mercy. It was luck. If I could use the phone to tell the truth, I would today. I exposed their plot, and now I fear that what comes next. If anything happens to me now, the police, prison department, and Department of Corrections are all involved. Call Elizabeth Buchanan, civil rights attorney. She already knows of it. Tell the world. So, like, he's going right into detail here. And obviously, this is making a paper trail for him. And if what he is saying is true, this is like next level and could quite possibly get this guy off. Rightio. So, this is letter number 3. And you can tell he is starting to get very, very stressed out. And you can tell it in the letter. So, letter number 3. They are going to kill me, and they are trying to keep all of what they have done a secret. Certain inmates are being helped by officers to get access to me directly. If you hear that this happened to me, look at my body. That is how they did it. And before any outside agencies get involved and start investigating, they want me dead so they can cover it up. You'll need to tell everybody immediately. So this was sent 2 days after the other one. And as you can tell, he is absolutely stressing out. And yeah, like, I've got mixed feelings about this. Although I hate corruption and screws being able to do this kind of thing, this guy's a piece of work and maybe deserves some kind of treatment. But yeah, just you can tell that this guy is absolutely stressing out now, but he is starting to make a paper trail. Very smart move. So this next one is actually the prison acknowledging that he has a safety concern. Now, them doing this is probably the worst thing ever, because if anything ever happens to Wade Wilson now after this has been noticed, then big, big trouble's going to happen. So it states, subject, immediate safety concern and request for investigation. Wade Stephen Wilson, DC N26450, Union Correction Institution. That's his criminal number. 2, the Office of the Inspector General. Dear Sir and Madam, I'm responding to an urgent safety concern regarding inmate Wade Wilson. Blah, blah, blah. His correction numbers again. Currently housed at the Union Correction Institution, Florida. On the 23rd of August, 2025, I received a letter from Mr. Wilson raising the following. He has been told that there is a bounty on his life allegedly involving both incarcerated individuals and certain prison officials. He fears harm or death could be staged as an accident. A scheduled attorney phone call with his civil attorney, Elizabeth Buchanan, was denied, preventing him from reporting these safety issues directly. These claims present a credible and immediate threat. I respectfully request the OIG conduct an urgent investigation and take protective action. Requested actions. 1, conduct a documented welfare check and threat assessment. 2, place Mr. Wilson in protective housing separation with anti-retaliation safeguards. 3, prepare all relevant evidence, including logbooks, incident reports, housing moves, camera footage, staff logs, and guidance records. 4, allow unrestricted attorney access to ensure communication with Mrs. Buchanan. Number 5, open all OIG investigation into potential staff involvement, misconduct, or negligence. Key details: Wade Wilson, facility, Union Correction, reporter, and the date it happened, 23rd, and then the attorney, Elizabeth Buchanan. So, like I said, this here is like the best paper trail that he could hope for, because now it makes it official and they pretty much have to do something about it. And if something happens to Wade now, well, then they are definitely to blame. Well, there you go, guys. You are officially some of the first people to hear this. And let me know what you think. I absolutely think that the prison should be held accountable for this. He's had multiple attempts on his life. And although he's a piece of work, I just hate the corruption inside prisons and how easy it is for these prison guards to get away with all this bullshit corruption. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Do you think this is something that really happened? Did the guards really kill Wade Wilson and then bring him back to life? And is his life in as much danger as he is saying? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll keep you guys updated with this story. I think it's a banging story, and yeah, just the corruption alone needs to be heard, and people need to know what goes on inside prisons. But if you guys would like to hear more stories from myself, I have been the Chaos Chronicles. You guys have been absolutely awesome. Chuck it down there in the comment section what stories you'd like to hear about, and I'll do my utmost best to get around to it. If you guys haven't already subscribed, please jump down there, shoot me a subscription. It turns out that somewhere between 50 and 56% of our viewers are not subscribed. So please, if you guys are loving my content, please jump down there, shoot me a subscription. That'd be absolutely appreciated. And if you smash that little bell icon somewhere around this screen, you'll never miss any of my clips again. You will get a reminder every time I drop a video. And also, I do drop members only videos. So we have members only content, which is a paid membership where you guys get your own content, what the normal subscribers don't generally get to see. And yeah, I have been the Chaos Chronicles. Don't do drugs and crime and you won't end up in prison.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no.